If a girl changes this in front of you, she really likes you. Old Stoic Wisdom. Women often communicate through their actions rather than their words, and when they have feelings for someone, these actions can reveal more than they might intend. It's in the small, often unnoticed changes they make, how they present themselves, or how their behaviour shifts. Though subtle, these changes are meaningful signs that they're invested in you. In this video, we're diving deep into the quiet but powerful shifts women make when they like you. Pay close attention, because the clues are there and they speak volumes. Stay with us until the end. You won't want to miss a single one of these revealing moments. Let's get into it. Number 1. She changes how she reacts when you touch her. When it comes to understanding a woman's feelings towards you, her body language often speaks volumes, far louder than words ever could. One of the most telling signs that she's genuinely interested in you is how she responds when you touch her. Physical contact is a language of its own, and if she's truly attracted to you, she will not merely tolerate it, but will actively welcome it. Think of a gentle touch on her arm, or a light, accidental brush of hands. In these seemingly small moments, she may demonstrate more than simple politeness. She might lean into your touch, making the interaction last just a little longer, or even mirror your gestures in a playful way. Instead of pulling away or acting cold, she lingers, allowing the briefest touch to carry a deeper meaning, as if it's an invitation to draw closer. If she's feeling this connection, she may start to initiate contact herself, subtly finding excuses to bridge the physical gap between you, adjusting something on your shirt, tapping your arm in jest, or even casually resting her hand close to yours, allowing just enough of a moment for that electric tension to build. These are all signs that she's opening up to you, signalling not only her comfort, but also a growing desire to be near you. The more she encourages these interactions, the more apparent it becomes that she is attracted to you on a level that goes beyond simple friendship. As the Stoics teach us, the only wealth which you will keep forever is the wealth you have given away, meaning that the true value of this connection is in the trust and vulnerability she's offering. It's a message wrapped in the simplicity of a touch, but with a depth that can only be understood if you truly pay attention. So when she shows you this level of closeness, take it as a clear sign that she's interested in something more. 2. She changes her tone of voice. When a woman changes her tone of voice around you, it's often an unmistakable sign that she's drawn to you. You might notice a subtle shift. Her voice becomes softer, warmer, even sweeter in a way that wasn't present before. She might slow down her speech, choosing her words carefully, or perhaps she leans in just a little bit when speaking to you, as if she wants to be closer, both physically and emotionally. There might even be a light, playful giggle over something that, under normal circumstances, wouldn't be all that funny. This isn't some calculated attempt on her part to get your attention, at least not in a direct way. Instead, it's an unconscious response to the feelings she's having, perhaps a mix of excitement and nerves, something instinctive that emerges when she's around someone she genuinely likes. You see, in many ways, her change in tone is a silent, but very clear, way of expressing interest without uttering those words out loud. It's a signal, almost like an open book, where the tone of her voice becomes the language of attraction. Pay close attention, and you'll realize this shift isn't something she does with everyone. It's unique to the way she interacts with you. The change is subtle, but if you're paying attention, it's as clear as day. Now, let's draw a bit of wisdom from ancient Stoicism, something that resonates deeply in modern relationships. The Stoics believed in living with intention, paying attention to the little things, and understanding human nature. They understood that the signs of affection, while not always overt, are often there for those who know how to read them. This voice shift is a perfect example of such subtlety. In today's fast-paced world, it can be easy to overlook small but meaningful cues, but the Stoic in you might recognize that these subtle signals are the true language of connection. This doesn't just apply to romantic relationships. In fact, It can be helpful in all sorts of human interactions. By being attuned to someone's voice, body language, and emotions, you develop a deeper understanding of who they are. You're not just hearing words, but listening to the unspoken messages beneath them. In the hustle of modern life, where quick texts and fast-paced conversations dominate, it's easy to forget the power of a tone or a glance. People often become consumed with direct messages or actions, but learning to pick up on the nuances, like a woman's voice softening around you, can provide more clarity than any overt declaration of affection. In fact, many times, these indirect signals speak volumes more than words ever could. You might find that when she changes her tone, it's a direct reflection of her feelings toward you, something that words can't quite capture. And here's the thing, not every man notices these shifts, but for those who are aware, it's a silent but profound way of understanding someone's interest in you. It's a delicate dance between emotion and expression, one that speaks louder than any verbal confession. By tuning into these moments, you become better at reading the person in front of you, whether it's a potential romantic interest or simply someone you're connecting with on a deeper level. So take a moment and observe, because in this simple shift of tone lies the powerful, ancient wisdom of understanding human nature. The Stoics believed in being present, in understanding the subtleties of our interactions, and in recognizing the unspoken. Just as a woman's voice can change when she's around someone she's attracted to, your awareness of this change can make all the difference in how you build your connections, making you more attuned to those around you. Whether in a romantic context or a professional one, these tiny signals hold far more weight than many realize, offering a powerful tool to those who choose to listen beyond the words. If you've noticed a woman changing her tone of voice around you, it's a powerful sign she's drawn to you. It's more than just words. It's a language of attraction. Recognize this, embrace the subtlety, and sharpen your awareness of these signals. And if you agree with this, drop a comment right now. I am in tune with the unspoken. Like this video, subscribe for more unshakable wisdom, and remember, true connection starts with the small things. 3. She changes how much she smiles and laughs. When a woman begins to change how much she smiles and laughs around you, take notice, because it's not just a shift in her demeanor, it's a silent declaration of interest. You see, her smile becomes more frequent, and your words, even the simplest ones, can provoke a reaction from her. Maybe it's a soft chuckle, a playful giggle, or even full-on laughter that stretches a little longer than you expect. But don't mistake this for mere politeness. This is something more profound. As the great philosopher Aristotle once said, "The one who knows how to laugh is the one who is truly wise." And when a woman laughs with you, it is a sign that she is comfortable, she is at ease, and most importantly, she is drawn to you. It's not just about the joke, it's about how she feels in that moment with you. Her eyes light up when they meet yours, her posture shifts to reflect openness, and in that space between words, she lets her guard down. Each smile, each burst of laughter is her subconscious way of showing you that she enjoys being around you, that she feels safe and seen. It's in these small moments that her body speaks louder than any words could ever say. Understand this. A woman who laughs freely, and often when you're around, isn't just enjoying your humour, she's inviting you into her world, letting you know that you hold a special place in her heart. The smile that lasts longer than usual, the easy laughter that flows when you're present, they're subtle signs, but they are telling. In today's world, where everything seems rushed and transactional, we tend to forget the power of such simple gestures. Yet, just as the Stoics taught, the small things often carry the greatest meaning. The ancient philosopher Seneca wrote, "A smile is the shortest distance between two people," and it rings true even in our modern times. When a woman gives you that extra smile, that unguarded laugh, it's as if she's letting down her walls and showing you her true self. Don't take it for granted. Recognize it for what it is, a form of connection, an emotional bridge between the two of you that most others never get to cross. Men, listen carefully. If you want to win a woman's heart, if you want to understand her in a way that most men never will, you must first learn to observe the language of smiles and laughter. The next time you share a moment, pay attention to how often she laughs, to the depth of her smile, to the way her body softens in your presence. That's the real indicator of her feelings. She may not tell you directly, but her body will never lie. And in that silent communication, there's power. Power that you can harness, power that speaks directly to your ability to connect, to lead, to show strength without saying a word. So, be present, be aware, and most importantly, don't miss the opportunity. Because if a woman is changing the way she smiles and laughs when you're around, you're not just any man, you're the man she wants to be with. Take this knowledge and use it wisely. Your understanding of this subtle art of connection will set you apart in ways most men never imagine. Don't waste this chance to strengthen the bond and show her that you recognize what's happening. In the end, your awareness will speak volumes, and that will make all the difference. Remember, a smile isn't just a smile. It's an invitation to something more. So the next time it happens, don't hesitate. Appreciate it. It's a rare gift. 4. She changes how she looks when she knows you'll be around. When a woman makes subtle changes to her appearance when she knows you'll be around, it's often a clear sign that she has a genuine interest in you. These adjustments might not be dramatic, but they are intentional. Maybe she smooths her hair, adds a bit of makeup, or selects an outfit that makes her feel more confident and attractive. It's the small, thoughtful details that matter most here. It's not about putting on a show or dressing up just for the sake of it. It's about her showing you that she cares about the impression she leaves on you. For instance, a spritz of her favourite perfume or a fresh coat of lip gloss can speak volumes. These aren't actions meant for anyone else, they're for you, and that's what makes them so significant. She's subtly signalling that your opinion matters to her. In fact, in the words of the great Stoic philosopher Epictetus, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. In relationships, this could be interpreted as an appreciation of the simple yet meaningful gestures we make to connect with others. Her efforts might seem small, but they reflect a deeper desire to make a lasting impression and build a connection with you. A woman who goes the extra mile to make sure she looks her best when she's around you is telling you, in her own way, that she values your attention and the bond you share. So the next time you notice her looking just a little extra polished or perfect, don't overlook it. It's her way of saying, I care about you. This isn't about expecting grand gestures. It's about the quiet, thoughtful actions that truly speak to the heart. Take this as a sign that she's making an effort and appreciate the thought and care behind it. Just as Marcus Aurelius once said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. So too does the depth of relationships hinge on the little things, like her choosing to put in a little more effort when she's around you. In relationships, it's often these small moments that have the biggest impact, and recognizing them can lead to a deeper understanding of one another. So when you see these changes, take a moment to reflect on what they mean. It's not just about the outward appearance, it's about the thoughtfulness and care that she's putting into being around you. Take time to acknowledge it and share your thoughts in the comments. Do you think these subtle signs are meaningful in building connections? Comment yes if yes, comment no if no. 5. She changes her energy when you walk into the room. When a woman changes her energy the moment you walk into the room, it's a subtle yet unmistakable sign that she feels something deeper for you. It's not about the words she speaks, but rather the way her entire demeanour shifts, something almost primal. You can observe the transformation without needing to ask, because it's written all over her. If she was previously distracted, you'll see a clear shift. She'll sit up straighter. Her eyes will light up with attention, and she becomes more engaged with what's happening around her. It's as if the presence of someone she's drawn to ignites a spark within her, bringing her fully into the moment. She might be in the middle of a conversation, and suddenly her energy becomes more animated, her voice slightly more enthusiastic, all while trying to subtly catch your eye. as if to see if you're paying attention. She might adjust her hair, flick her gaze toward you more often, or straighten her posture, and these little shifts are rarely deliberate. They are instinctual reactions, revealing a deep, unconscious attraction she can't hide, even if she tries. This change is not an accident, nor a coincidence. It's a natural response to the magnetic pull someone has on her, a sign of genuine interest. Even the most composed woman will find herself unable to fully mask her excitement when someone she's interested in enters the room. Modern life, with all its distractions and complexities, often pushes us to be overly cautious or guarded. But this raw, unfiltered shift in energy remains a timeless and undeniable marker of attraction. For men, it's important to be aware of these cues, not just to understand her feelings, but to recognize that your presence has a significant impact on her. This kind of attention doesn't come easily. It is something earned. When you notice this change, take it as a reminder that genuine connections still exist in a world often dominated by surface-level interactions. Recognize that, just as ancient wisdom would suggest, your presence can still stir emotions that are real and powerful. In today's fast-paced, often detached society, embracing this timeless truth can guide you in better understanding the dynamics of relationships, helping you recognize when a woman is showing interest not through words, but through the energy she exudes. 6. She changes how she engages in conversations. When a woman changes the way she engages in conversation with you, it's not by chance. It's a deliberate signal. There's a transformation in the dynamics, and it's clear. She's no longer just participating in idle chatter. The small talk becomes deep, purposeful, and personal. She begins asking questions that go beyond surface-level exchanges. Suddenly, she's curious about the intricacies of your life, your thoughts, your experiences, and the dreams you hold close to your heart. And here's the key: she remembers. She doesn't just forget the little things you've shared, like your favourite food or that story you told casually a few days ago. She recalls them, bringing them up in conversation, subtly signalling that she's paying attention, truly listening. This is her way of showing you that what you say matters. She's not just filling silence, she's crafting connection. Every word she speaks is charged with purpose, her enthusiasm igniting the flow of the conversation. She's actively engaged, and you can feel it. It's as though you've become the focal point of her world, even if for a brief moment. And here's the most important part. This isn't accidental. This is her way of telling you that she values you and wants to make you feel important. She is striving to build something deeper, something that transcends the mundane. When she's doing this, it's because she wants you to feel special and, more importantly, she hopes you'll notice. Women don't invest this level of effort unless they are genuinely invested in you. This is an ancient truth, rooted in the timeless wisdom of the Stoics, who understood that true connection isn't about being loud or flashy. It's about the quiet, deliberate acts of attention and care that show you're worthy of someone's time, their thoughts, their energy. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the colour of its thoughts." A woman's change in how she engages with you, her deeper interest in your life, is her way of telling you that she's colouring her soul with thoughts of you. It's your moment to recognise that your presence has caused a shift in her emotional landscape. This isn't just a casual exchange, it's a rare, intentional act. In the fast-paced world of modern life, where distractions are abundant and superficiality runs rampant, when someone takes the time to truly engage, it's rare. It's a gift, and it's a sign. So what will you do with this recognition? Will you respond in kind, matching her level of engagement and interest, or will you ignore it? The choice is yours, but understand this. When a woman invests in you like this, you are witnessing the rarest of moments, a moment where she has given you her time, her attention, her respect. Recognize it, embrace it, and don't take it for granted. If she's showing this level of interest, it's because she believes you're worth it. She sees something in you, and now it's up to you to decide if you're ready to take that next step. Like what you're reading? Comment below with "I'm ready to take the next step," and subscribe for more powerful insights that will transform how you connect with the world around you. Remember, every conversation is an opportunity to make a lasting impression. Seize it. 7. She changes her availability. When a woman begins to change her availability for you, it sends a powerful and unmistakable signal about how much she values you. In our fast-paced world, time is one of the most precious commodities anyone has, and when a woman adjusts her schedule to prioritize you, it's a clear reflection of her interest. Initially, she may have seemed like someone with a packed schedule, always busy and difficult to reach. However, when her time becomes more flexible around you, whether she stays longer after a hangout, casually mentions that she's free, or rearranges her commitments to fit in plans with you, it's a sign that you are now an important part of her life. It's no accident when a woman starts making herself available in ways that feel more intentional. A lot of people, especially women, are juggling a myriad of responsibilities, work, family, friends, and personal obligations, and carving out time for someone is a deliberate act. As the famous philosopher Seneca once stated, "Time, as it is given to us, is the one thing we cannot retrieve." It's a reminder that time is not something we can get back, and when someone offers it to us freely, it's a rare and significant gesture. When she changes her texting habits as well, it's another crucial indicator. If she used to take hours or even days to respond to your messages, but now she replies almost immediately, it's a sign that she's not only thinking about you more, but also making a conscious effort to stay engaged with you. The frequency and speed of her responses indicate that you occupy a space in her thoughts. In addition, if she consistently keeps the conversation going, asking you questions and showing genuine curiosity about your life, she's reinforcing that she values your connection. These might seem like small actions, but in reality, they carry a lot of weight. As the great Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." This is a reminder that in relationships, the best way to show your worth isn't through grand gestures or flashy actions, but through the subtle, thoughtful way you give of your time and attention. Even the more subtle behaviours, like when she walks in your direction at a social event instead of leaving, or stays a little longer when she could have easily exited, can be meaningful signs of affection. She could have just as easily gone in another direction, but she chooses to stay close, to keep the connection alive. It's not always the big, overt actions that communicate interest, but the small, quiet gestures that speak volumes. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught that wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. In relationships, the value lies not in the frequency or size of the time spent together, but in how the moments you share are valued by both parties. If she is consistently prioritizing you, even through these little acts, it shows that your relationship matters deeply to her. This idea is reinforced by the fact that people make time for what they truly care about. In a society full of distractions and busy schedules, when someone deliberately shifts their plans to accommodate another, it reflects a genuine desire to foster a deeper connection. So if you notice that a woman is prioritizing you and consistently making space for you, it's important to recognize that this is a profound sign that she values you and your relationship. As the renowned author and speaker Maya Angelou once said, "People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." When she adjusts her time for you, it's not just a practical gesture, it's a reflection of the way you make her feel when she's around you. She feels valued, appreciated, and wants to spend more time with you. In a world where it's easy to get lost in the noise of daily life, it's essential to recognize these subtle yet significant gestures as signs of true affection. When a woman is consistently making herself available for you, it's a chance for you to show her that you appreciate her efforts. Are you matching her level of attention and care? Are you offering her the same commitment of time and energy? As the Stoics wisely teach, actions speak louder than words, and a person's true priorities are revealed by how they allocate their time. If she's showing you she values you by adjusting her schedule, it's a perfect opportunity to reflect on how you reciprocate that in your own life. Time, after all, is the most valuable gift anyone can give, and when it's freely shared, it should never be taken for granted. 8. She changes the way she acts around other guys. In the world of dating and relationships, there's an old but timeless piece of wisdom rooted in Stoic principles. The idea that the way someone behaves in your presence speaks volumes about their feelings. For a man looking to understand the signals from a woman, one of the clearest signs that she genuinely likes you can be found in how she changes her behavior around you, specifically how she shifts when she's around other men. When a woman is around other guys, her demeanor is often casual, open, and easygoing. She might engage in friendly conversation or laugh easily. But with you, there's something distinctly different. It's subtle at first, but if you're paying attention, you'll begin to notice it. Maybe she becomes more reserved, a little quieter, even shy, as though she's consciously aware of how she comes across to you. It's as if she wants to make sure she's leaving a good impression, yet she's careful, perhaps even vulnerable, as she shows you a side of herself she doesn't show others. On the other hand, some women take the complete opposite approach. Instead of retreating, they might increase their level of charm and flirtation when you're around. You may notice her becoming playful, perhaps teasing you lightly, or finding small, almost unconscious ways to touch your arm or shoulder. These touches aren't just accidental. They're intentional signs that she's trying to establish a deeper connection. Her body language will speak loudly, even in a crowded room. A lingering glance, a smile that's just a little longer than necessary, or her posture turning towards you. These are all clues that signal your presence means more to her than anyone else's. It's the silent but profound way she shows that you're the one capturing her attention. It's easy to overlook these small details because they don't always scream romantic interest. But in modern life, where we're bombarded with distractions, paying attention to these subtleties can reveal a lot about her true feelings. The way she adjusts her behavior around you compared to other men is a telltale sign of her emotional investment. It's the way she becomes more engaged or distant based on the company she's keeping and how much she values the connection you share. So when you notice her acting differently around you, it's a clue that she's likely emotionally drawn to you. Whether she becomes shy, flirtatious, or protective of her interactions with others, these small but significant shifts in behavior are worth noticing. In today's fast-paced dating world, it's not always easy to decipher what's genuine and what's merely politeness or casual behavior. But if you can spot these shifts, you can understand the depth of her feelings. The old Stoics believed that actions often speak louder than words. In this case, her actions, how she changes her behavior around you compared to others, are telling you that she sees you as someone special, someone worth the extra attention, care, or even vulnerability. Pay close attention, and you'll find that sometimes the most meaningful gestures are the ones that don't require words at all. Understanding this can help guide you in making more meaningful connections, and ultimately, in recognizing when someone is truly invested in you. So, next time you're together, take a moment to notice the shifts in her behavior. What does it say to you? You may find that her actions are revealing far more than she realizes. If you've read this far, you're already unlocking the deeper truth about human connections. Most people miss these subtle signs because they're too caught up in the noise. But you're paying attention, noticing what matters. If you've caught yourself recognizing shifts in her behavior, comment below with, "I see the signs and I'm paying attention." Let's hear your thoughts and connect with others who are truly in tune with these powerful signals. 9. She changes her level of shyness or boldness. When it comes to attraction, human behavior often reveals what words cannot say. If a woman changes her level of shyness or boldness around you, it's one of the clearest indicators that she feels something strong for you. This subtle shift, though seemingly random, is actually a profound sign of her emotional response. She might be shy by nature, but around you she might suddenly find herself pushing past her usual hesitations, starting conversations, making eye contact, or seeking ways to be closer to you. On the flip side, a woman who is typically confident may find herself stumbling over her words, blushing, or acting a bit nervous. This might look like a playful adjustment in her behavior, perhaps fiddling with her hair or laughing more than usual. These seemingly small changes are not accidents. They are her body's unconscious reaction to the powerful emotions she experiences when she's near you. It's in moments like these that the old Stoic wisdom rings true. The body reveals what the mind tries to hide. In the modern world, this might seem subtle, but the reality is stark. She's showing you how much of an effect you have on her, whether she becomes bolder or more bashful, whether she shows confidence or vulnerability. This isn't a random act. It's a calculated, unconscious dance of emotions, revealing more than she might ever speak aloud. If you pay attention to these shifts, you will see the truth of her feelings. The lesson here is simple, yet profound. If a girl changes how she acts around you, it's not just a coincidence. It's a sign that she cares. You're the one who's made the difference in her behavior. It's a power you hold, and it's undeniable. Recognize it, and watch how you can influence not just her actions, but her heart. As Marcus Aurelius once said, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. In this case, the best approach isn't to act aloof or indifferent, but to embrace the impact you've made, recognize it, and step into the role of the man who understands not just what to do, but why it works. If you want to see more of this kind of behavior, remember this. A woman doesn't change who she is just for anyone. She does it for the one who truly moves her. Don't take that lightly. So take control of the situation, embrace your power, and become the man who knows how to make her feel like no one else does. Does she make those subtle changes around you? I challenge you to embrace that power, step up, and leave your mark. If you've noticed this shift in her behavior, comment below with one word that perfectly describes how she makes you feel. Let's see who's really paying attention. 10. She changes how she acts when she says goodbye. Goodbyes often seem like mundane moments, just fleeting exchanges that mark the end of an interaction. But in the world of human connection, they can reveal far more than meets the eye, especially when it comes to a woman who has feelings for you. Those seemingly insignificant moments take on a new layer of meaning. One of the most telling signs that a woman likes you is how she behaves when the two of you part ways. If a woman is genuinely interested in you, her goodbyes will feel distinctly different from the casual, indifferent farewells you may receive from others. Instead of a quick wave or a perfunctory "see you later," she may linger just a little longer, as though reluctant to break the connection. These subtle actions can carry more weight than you might realize. She may slow down as she walks away, hesitating slightly before turning her back on you, almost as though savoring the final moments. Her gaze might linger longer than usual, offering a quiet yet intimate farewell, one that's filled with unspoken words. Even if she's typically composed and reserved, in these moments, she might surprise you by initiating physical contact, perhaps a hug or a light, playful touch that speaks volumes more than the mere gesture itself. If she's already the touchy type, you may notice that she holds onto the hug just a little longer, or that her hand brushes against yours just before she pulls away. A tender but deliberate action that shows a deeper connection. These seemingly small changes aren't accidental. They are intentional, and they reflect how much she values your presence and the moments you share. Moreover, in group settings, when everyone else is saying their goodbyes, she might save you for last. She'll make sure you're the final person she acknowledges before she leaves, as if she wants to ensure that her departure doesn't feel complete until she's shared that final moment with you. Her voice may soften, her smile might linger just a second longer, or she may find one last reason to stay in the moment, even if it's just for a few more seconds. All of these actions speak to something more than mere politeness. They are her subtle, unspoken way of showing that leaving you is not a simple, routine action for her. As the Stoics often taught, our emotions and behaviours are deeply intertwined with how we perceive the world around us and how we connect with others. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, reflects on the idea that the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Similarly, the way a woman acts during these small yet significant moments reveals much about how she thinks and feels about you. These shifts in her behavior are her way of communicating. "I like you," without needing to say it out loud. Her goodbye is no longer a formal parting. It's an expression of the emotional bond that's forming between you two. This is a reminder that in our busy lives, where everything moves at such a rapid pace, it's often the quiet, subtle moments that speak the loudest. It's easy to overlook these small shifts, but once you know what to look for, they provide a deeper understanding of someone's feelings. A woman who lingers at the end of a conversation or hesitates before leaving isn't just following social conventions. She's telling you something about the way she values the time you've spent together. The next time you notice this, pay close attention. It's her way of saying that your presence matters to her, and that the goodbye isn't just another routine. Now, you may be wondering, how does this relate to real-life relationships and interactions? It's a crucial insight into the complexities of human connection. The way people communicate, especially in those small, seemingly trivial moments, can tell you a great deal about their emotions. For men, this understanding can open a door to a more intuitive way of reading and connecting with women. Instead of relying on grand gestures or explicit declarations, recognizing the subtle shifts in behavior can deepen the bond between two people. It's in these fleeting moments that you can learn whether the relationship is built on something genuine. In terms of advice, if you find yourself in a situation where a woman lingers at goodbye or becomes more affectionate in her farewell, take note. Don't just brush it off as coincidence or a simple formality. Understand that she may be revealing her emotions through these small but significant actions. By acknowledging this, you not only validate her feelings, but also create a space for deeper connection. In fact, responding with a similar level of emotional awareness, whether through a gentle touch, a heartfelt word, or simply acknowledging the significance of the moment, can help foster mutual respect and affection. It's important to remember that these subtle signals are not just about romantic interest. They are part of how we navigate our relationships with the world. As the philosopher Epictetus once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Similarly, emotional wealth doesn't come from expecting grand declarations of love or attention. It's about recognizing and appreciating the small, honest gestures that speak louder than words. By tuning into these moments, you not only gain a deeper understanding of her feelings, but also cultivate a richer emotional connection that goes beyond surface-level interactions. In conclusion, the next time you say goodbye to a woman who seems to linger just a little longer, who offers a soft smile or a tender touch, take that moment to reflect on what it truly means. These subtle cues are her way of saying, "I care about you," and this goodbye is not just another parting. These gestures may be quiet, but their meaning is clear. Pay attention, and you might just discover that the connection you share goes deeper than you thought. It's a small but powerful signal that love, affection, and care often show up in the most unexpected of ways. So, if you've noticed this behavior in your interactions, share your thoughts in the comments. Has she lingered longer than usual when saying goodbye, or perhaps given you a hug that lasted a bit too long? Let's talk about how small changes can mean so much more than we realize. Hey everyone, thanks for sticking around until the end of the video. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch and listen. If there's one thing I want you to take away from today's content, it's this. Small actions often speak louder than words, especially when it comes to relationships. If you ever notice someone changing or adjusting something in front of you, whether it's their outfit, their hair, or just their overall demeanor, it's not just a random act. It's often a subtle way of showing that they care about you, trust you, and want to make a good impression. And here's the thing. In a world where so many people hide their true feelings, these little moments can reveal a lot about how someone feels about you. It's a sign that they're letting their guard down and opening up to you. Now, I know it can be easy to miss these signs or brush them off, but if you're paying attention, you can notice these small acts of vulnerability that show someone genuinely likes you. And trust me, this is a sign that you're on the right path if you're building something meaningful together. So, next time you see something like this happen, don't just ignore it. Recognize it, appreciate it, and understand that it's a moment of trust. Relationships are built on these little gestures, and they can tell you more than words ever could. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment, and of course, subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences on this topic. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.